Hello guys, happy Friday. If you are watching this live, just say hello. If you are watching the replay, say replay. I'm actually going to upload this on YouTube soon, so I am not going to just like chit chat too long before I get started, but I hope some of you can join me. I have something really excited wanting to talk about because I think a lot of us are seeing just some changes, if you've been around for a while. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about some things and hope I'm in the right group. Say hi. And if I don't comment back to what you might comment, I will go back in there and comment it because sometimes I get a little squirrely with the comments, so just ignore that. But I just want to talk to you guys seriously because it's been on my heart and on my mind about how important it is to have a why at all times throughout your Scentsy journey. And you will see and you will notice that your why is going to change. And your why is going to change because you're growing, you're changing, you're seeing maybe what's possible out there. You're maybe seeing new things. You're maybe seeing people you know within Scentsy doing things that make you realize, oh my gosh, if she can do it or if he can do it, I can do it. So your why is going to change with that. You're going to see what's possible. You're going to have maybe things happen in your life to where your why is going to change. So it's just really important to dig deep and always have that why, especially for those low times. So whenever you have a low moment or a low time, like it's super, super important to have that why, to know that why for that reason. Because it's so important when you have your why during those lows, because that why is gonna get you through what you're going through, okay? So it may not always be easy what we do, but it is 100% worth it, 100% worth it. So as you grow in this business, as you see people do things, your why is gonna change. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory on my why and why I started Scentsy and why I continue to do Scentsy, and just so you can see like how I've evolved. So when I first started Scentsy, it was May of 2018. So I'm on my 3 years right now. I joined because we had just gotten engaged. So we had just gotten engaged. We were renting a place. I was working at that time maybe 2 jobs. And we had just gotten engaged, and I had always had like the dream wedding in mind. I knew exactly what kind of wedding I wanted to have. I just had that in my mind. I wasn't like a bridezilla or a princess kind of thing at all. I just like knew what I wanted, and I wanted to have like the best wedding ever. My parents literally had like this awesome party of a wedding, and I've always like lived up to or wanted to live up to that and have something just like that. So a wedding was super important to me. And I just was like, oh my gosh, if I want to have this wedding that I've always dreamed of having, I'm gonna have to get another job. And I'm like, when do I have time for another job? How am I gonna make extra money? I have no freaking idea what I'm gonna do. So I've always loved to smell goods. Always, always, always. So I looked around at a couple different places, did my research, and I was like, you know what? There's a girl in my town who just started doing Scentsy. And I was like, oh, she's having some serious success. And I was like, she just joined. She's rocking it. She's loving it. I should just give it a go because it was literally the perfect moment. We had just gotten engaged. So it was like, whoa, if I could see her doing it, it showed me that maybe I could give it a go too. So I joined right away. Within the first 2 months, y'all, I'm going to be putting the income disclosure because I'm talking about money, but within the first 2 months, I was able to purchase my dream wedding dress. And I cried. I remember when I got my paycheck, and I literally cried my eyes out because I was like, whoa, I did not expect this. I did not expect it at all. I expected to just make a little bit of extra money. So within 2 months to be able to pay for my wedding dress was literally a dream for me. So that started showing me what was possible just then and there. So that happened. I ended up being able to pay for my photographer. I ended up being able to pay for our caterer, my dream dress, just all the things for the wedding, like guilt-free, worry-free, like it was awesome. So that showed me, oh my gosh, if I could get my dream wedding out of this, what else could I get? So I started like thinking more and more and more because I literally had just joined just to purchase things for the wedding. That was it. That was it. I didn't want to share the opportunity because I was like, this is all I want out of this. So then, not just that happened, y'all. I freaking earned, because I don't know, all of you guys are still kind of new. There's still some new people. There might be people that are hearing the story over again. I'm sorry, but it is a part of my journey and a part of my why. But, so then I had actually earned a top 50 trip to Canada, and it was in October. We got married in September, so it was literally perfect because we used it as our honeymoon. So that happened. So 2 huge things happened for me that showed me that my why could be so much bigger and so much like more important than just paying for my wedding. Like, it could be so much bigger than that. So then I was like, whoa, my why can change now. And so my why changed from not only doing all the things for the wedding, because the wedding was over, my why changed to I want to do this full time. I want to do this full time. And probably a year and a half later, about a year and a half later after all that had happened, I had went full time. So as you grow in this, you will see that your why is changing. And that's a good thing. You want your why to change because you want it to become true. You want it to become what's going on right now in your life. You want it to be where your why is an example of what you have going on right now. So you have to have a why and you have to dig deep. Now, in the beginning, you're not going to probably dig deep like me. I was just like, I just want to pay for my wedding. That was it. But if you start digging deep, and I started realizing my why, yes, was to be full-time, but my why was about freedom. My why was about being able to, when I am a mom one day, be home with my kids. My why was so much bigger of, I want to be in control of my life. I want to be able to do things with my family when they want to do it. I want to be able to do things with my husband when he wants to do it. I want to be able to do things with my friends when they want to do it. I want to be in charge of my own life. And so my why became so deep. And I want you to know that starting off with a why that isn't so deep, that's fine. Because we all have to grow and learn our whys. But I want you to know that, like, don't let easy rob you of proud. So, like, if you have a big crazy goal or a big scary dream, or like you want to do some really crazy things and your why is so big, I want you to have that big why. Because having that big why and accomplishing things and accomplishing goals that you never thought you could do is going to build so much confidence in you. It's unreal. And when we build confidence by doing something we didn't think we could do, we keep building it. And we keep building it and building it and doing things and crushing goals that we never thought we could do. Literally never thought. Y'all, I never, ever thought I would go on a freaking free vacation. I think I'm supposed to say out of pocket. I'm sorry. No money out of pocket that I earned vacation to Canada. Never thought I was going to do that. I never thought I was going to be able to say, I paid for my wedding dress. I paid for my photographer. I paid for my caterer. I went full time. Like these are mind-blowing things. When I first joined, I never thought any of that was possible. I never thought that was anything. But when I had a why and I crushed the goals that I had set right in front of me, then I set bigger goals. And I had a bigger why. And then it just keeps growing and it keeps going and it keeps growing. And I want you guys to know that you can do some hard things. You are capable of so much more than you could ever imagine. You can do some big things. The only thing that is in your way is yourself. You are the one who's in your way. We all get in our own way, so don't think you're alone. But you are the only one who can change any of that. You are the only one who's in control of all that. You are the only one who can take action towards your why. You are the only one who is going to make it worth it. So just know it might not always be easy. There might be lows. You might have a bad month. You might have a bad week. But if you keep showing up and you keep believing in yourself and you keep reminding yourself of your why and you keep taking action and you keep focusing on your wins and not your losses, your wins, focus on those wins, focus on those small wins all the time. You can do some really big things, but you have to have a why. You have to have a reason on why you're doing this. Because if you don't have a reason on why you're doing this, and let's say you had to sacrifice some TV time with your husband at night because you have a big dream, and you know that you have to sacrifice some time if you want to make it happen. But if you don't have a big why, you're not going to sacrifice that time because you're not going to feel like it's worth it. But if you have a big why and you know it's worth it, and you know that this hard work right now, sacrifices, short-term sacrifices right now is going to be long-term success, if you know that, that is going to make the biggest freaking difference, the biggest difference. And so you might feel guilty that, hey, I got to miss out on an hour of TV with my husband because I'm up in my office working on my Scentsy. But let me tell you what, in a year from now, when you're making that extra money and you're able to have some freedom in your life and you're able to do things you never thought you could do, it was worth it. It was worth it. And I'm not saying miss out on times with your family. I'm saying make time for what matters. And if your why is big enough and your why really matters, you're going to take time to do the things that you have to do to get there. And you can get there. We all can get there. There's room for all of us at the top. There's room for all of us to have success within this. The only person who holds us back is ourselves and not taking action. Those two things, ourselves and not taking action. But if you believe in yourself and you have that big why, y'all, we got this. We freaking got this. We got this. So I just want you to know we all have demons in our head that tell us we're not good enough. But turn that crap off. I told one of my girls, Caitlin, today this, and I wanted to tell you all this too because it just has to do with it. You would not allow a friend to talk to you negatively. You would not allow people to say, you're not good enough, you're not capable, you can't do this. You would never let somebody say that to you. You wouldn't. So why do we let ourselves say it to ourselves? Why do we allow self-talk like that, negative self-talk like that? We shouldn't, and we don't need to. So when you start those things, you had to remind yourself, I would not let somebody talk to my friend this way. I would not let a friend talk to me this way. So I am not going to let myself talk to myself this way. I'm not. And I'm going to have a big why, and I'm going to take action, and I'm going to do some really freaking awesome things. So if you are looking for your why, I want you to start small. Start small. You don't have to go crazy. But once you start small, I want you to dig deep. I want you to really think, what are your wildest dreams with Scentsy? What are your wildest dreams in life? What are your wildest dreams? My wildest dreams are to be able to build my dream home with my husband. And I know with Scentsy that's possible. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. And I have to keep believing that. But you have to have something like that too. And like I said, when I first started, my big why was paying for my wedding. So if you just started and your big why is think about something that can make your life so much easier, that can make you feel like waking up without stress. And if that's a car payment, or if that's a house payment, or if that is to retire your husband or take care of a family member, or be able to quit your 9-to-5 so you can stay home with your kids, whatever it may be. There are so many different things. Dig deep and find that why. And if you know your why, drop it in the comments, because you are inspiring someone else by showing up and sharing your why and being vulnerable. So I want you to do that. I want you to drop that in the comments. Let's cheer each other on, because we can do big things, we can do hard things, but we want to help you, and we want to help you grow. And I just want you guys to do that. Share that in the comments, because I love reading people's whys. I love finding out why they're doing this. And if you don't think you have a big why don't dream a little bit. Dream a little bit more. Dream a lot more, and have a bigger why all the time. And I think that's all I have, guys. So that is all. And I hope that you have a beautiful day. And if you comment on this, I will comment back. And I want to hear those whys. Please, please, please. All right. Have a good day.